You're in our building, and so I think that if you're running around with a camera, we deserve an explanation.
I would politely ask you to write it down for me, and I will submit that to the city through you.
I'll be right back.
Is that Skagit Arms on your hat?
Heck yeah.
You're a lover of the Second Amendment?
Yeah, I am probably the #1 Second Amendment lover guy.
Attaboy. Man of culture, as they would say.
Yeah. I would advise them not to show up. So.
You would advise the police not to show up?
Yeah. Hey everyone, I am free. It is May 16th, 2025. I am in the city of Poulsbo, here in Kitsap County, in the Communist Empire, Washington State. Heading on over to the Parks and Rec Center. Got some leads for some parents saying they had some issues. Went to go get more information about those issues from the Parks and Rec Center, and we're being given the runaround, treated poorly. So I'm going to go there and see if there's any merit to those allegations. So while I've got your attention, if you wouldn't mind liking, sharing, and subscribing, hitting that all notifications bell so you get my stories right in release, greatly appreciated. You can follow me on X at I.A.M. Auditing, on Facebook at Inlet Auditing Media, and if you want to help keep my feet on the streets, you guys know what to do. You can go to the links in the description for Cash App and Venmo. Thanks for watching as always, and I'll see you over at that Parks and Rec Center in just a moment. Hello. Excuse me. Ooh, it's dark.
Excuse me, can I help you?
I'm sorry, what's that?
Can I help you?
No, I think I'm good. Appreciate it.
You're just wandering around?
Yeah.
Okay, well there's nothing going on up here.
Oh yeah, just checking it out.
Okay, and you are?
Oh yeah, I don't want to give a name or anything, so.
Okay, and why are you just wandering around then?
This is Parks and Rec, right?
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, just checking it out.
Okay.
All right, thanks.
You bet. The camera?
Yeah.
Can I ask why you're checking it out with the camera?
Yeah, I mean, I can't really get into it now, but if you got...
Well, you're in our building, and so I think that if you're running around with a camera, we deserve an explanation.
Oh, what leads you to believe that?
Well, because you're walking around my building with a camera.
Your building?
Yes, I am the office manager here. This is the city of Poulsbo.
Oh yeah, this is my building.
And I am asking why you are walking around with a camera in this building.
Yeah, happy to answer that later. Just can't get into it right now.
Okay. Well, perhaps the police can
They're not
help
going to
you
show
answer
up.
it?
They're not going to show up. Yeah, I mean, you can give them a ring if you want, but they're not going to show up. Yeah. I feel pretty confident about that. I mean, I could be wrong, but I'm feeling pretty confident they're not going to show up. I would advise them not to show up. So.
You would advise the police not to show up
Yeah.
to a city building?
Yeah, for this. Yeah.
And what is this?
Nothing.
Well, it's obviously something.
Oh. Tomato, tomato. So.
I really would prefer you not be walking around our building with a camera.
Yeah, I mean, I totally respect that you have a viewpoint on that, and I just, yeah, I guess I just can't really get into that right now. But like I said, if you got an email address, business card, happy to email you later.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you bet. Like I said, I wouldn't bother those boys in blue. They're busy. They're not going to show up. Hello.
Hi.
I got a question for you. So, what is that big room in there? used for?
I'm pretty sure that we're not comfortable with you filming right now.
You're not comfortable with me filming?
Filming with the camera right now, which is why our admin person just came to discuss that with you. So.
Why your admin?
Why are you here?
Oh, I'm just working on something.
On what?
I can't really get into that now. If you got like a business card, I'd be happy to email you later.
No, listen, we have people here, we have citizens here. It's not comfortable for us to just walk in with a recording device, not tell us why you're here.
Oh, is this a private facility?
No, it is a public.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. I just wanted to make sure.
Right.
Cool, yeah. Okay, yeah, gosh, I can't really, man, yikes, that's a little awkward. I don't know what to do about the comfort thing. That's, yeah,
Okay.
kind of in a pickle here.
As am I.
Yeah, so the lady I was talking to, though, a second ago, she was saying she was going to call the Poulsbo police.
Well, when you come into a public space and not tell us why you're filming,
Gotcha.
there are lots of people here, and you can't put yourselves in our shoes. There's people that we have to take care of, and we don't understand. And if we don't understand what's going on,
Sure.
we have to ask the
Yeah.
questions. And so I realize you're not comfortable with telling us why.
Yeah, it's a lot of discomfort, I guess.
Sure.
Geez. Well, so she did call Poulsbo.
I would suspect she probably is calling.
Gotcha. Yeah. Well, I don't want them to think I'm a fugitive then. So, yeah, I'll wait here for them. Certainly don't want them to think I'm trying to go on the lam to Canada or Mongolia or
Whatever
Italy. So, okay, great. So, yeah, what's up with the big room, anyways?
Again, I'm not willing to start discussing any of the questions.
Okay. Got it. Okay. All right. Well, fair enough. Yeah, I guess I'll just hang out and wait for them. So, all right. And you're the manager here?
I am one of the staff persons here.
One of the staff persons. And what do you do here?
I'm a parks coordinator, as you can see.
Gotcha.
I'll be right back.
Okay, you bet.
I've got some people.
Sure.
Yes. Okay, thank you. Yeah, see you later. You too.
So is this a road race that this registration's for? Mm-hmm. I didn't even know that was a thing. How long is the race? I mean, distance-wise, I'm sorry.
5 miles and 1 mile.
Oh, so I can do both. Mm-hmm. Oh, is it up and down all the terrible hills around this area? Because it's pretty dang hilly around here.
I'm actually not 100% certain.
Fair enough.
I don't know road names, so.
Fair enough. Okay. How long's it been going on?
As long as I can remember.
Okay. So a bit.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right. Thanks.
That's me again. How can
Oh, you're the go-to person. I was interested in getting some information about the big room.
How's it going, sir? My name is Officer Emilio. I work for the City Poulsbo Police Department. Sending you this action being audio recording. Just wanted to let you know, hey, I know what you're doing. Absolutely okay. You have the absolute ability to come in here in the accessible public spaces and film and record and all that other stuff, but just wanted to provide some perspective to some of the employees here. I know they're a little bit concerned, but like I told them, I'm going to tell you, you have every right to do what you're doing. You're all good to go. Do you have any questions for us, sir?
I actually do have a few questions.
Yeah, go for it, sir.
You seem like a really nice guy. You seem that you may be a prognosticator. I'm a bit...
What do you mean by that?
I'm a bit flummoxed by the fact that you seem to have an idea of what I'm doing here. What do you think I'm doing here?
Oh, you're just recording like your First Amendment allows you to do.
Well,
Just like if I came in here and pulled out my phone, I'd be able to do. To some of the people it's concerning,
Yeah.
I told them that you have every right to do what you're doing.
Well, you are right that it is a First Amendment issue, but I'm press actually working on a story about some parents local to here.
That's awesome.
Who are saying that there's some sort of an issue with some records they were trying to get regarding some bad behavior and some issues they took umbrage with regarding the facility. So, I mean...
Well, I used to be a newspaper reporter, so you are exercising your First Amendment.
Well, correct. There's five
Right,
elements to it.
that's-
Yeah.
What I'm doing was essentially providing a broad explanation to them outside. Which
Sure.
I'm explaining the same thing to you.
Yeah.
I'm not concerned why you are filming. I just want, to them it was a concern.
Yeah.
I let them know that it's his First Amendment right to do so. It is also your, and I'm explaining that to you. So
Yeah. No, that's cool.
You got any questions for me, sir?
No, I appreciate it. Actually,
What's up,
since you
Austin?
are here, if I
Yeah.
could get a business card for you guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
Do you like mine or his? Because he's got the strips, so his is cooler than mine.
Oh, yeah. One of each would be great.
There you go.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. You guys have a like an incident CAD number or anything?
I can go grab you one if you want.
I can get you an incident number. I mean, we're not going to do a case report or anything like that, but then we'll just.
yeah, I wouldn't think
there's a
so.
log of the 911 that we.
Yeah, and
get over here.
if it allays any concerns, this is the non-flamethrower, non-guided missile strike GoPro.
That's awesome.
So it
I like
won't
it.
attack
What
you.
kind of mic is it?
That's actually a Rode mic.
Rode mic?
Yeah, it's a
Solid?
shotgun.
CENTCOM Sam 607. Can I get the incident?
I do a lot
number?
of GoPro stuff too, so that thing looks really cool. Because you have
This-
both the case mic and then the Rode mic
Yes,
on top of it.
this is good. And one of the reasons I actually have this case around it, I learned the hard way. I was working
I'm
on
sorry,
a couple
my
of
volume was down.
stories
Can you go with it
and
one more
lost
time?
my camera because it was destroyed downtown Seattle after I
Yeah.
got jumped by a couple homeless guys. So
In Seattle? That was your first mistake.
I know you're shocked. Yeah, I know you're shocked.
That was your first
You're like,
mistake.
I can't believe you got attacked downtown Seattle. What? So yeah, I was working on some homeless stories. The camera got broken. So now it's like, when I come to a nice chill town like this, I don't really carry anything.
I love working here, man.
Downtown
This-
Seattle, you got to
Poulsbo's
go in
pretty
there
awesome.
like you're going in to a hot zone. So
Yeah.
that
This
is
right
crazy.
here, like I said, we're not like writing up like a full report or anything
Sure,
like
that's
that,
fine.
but that's just a record of their 911 call and saying that we came here
Is
and
that
stuff like
Skagit
that.
Arms on your hat?
Heck yeah.
You're
yes.
a lover of the Second Amendment?
Yeah, I am probably the number one Second Amendment lover guy.
Attaboy. Man of culture, as they would say.
Okay, first order of business. I am a huge Second Amendment supporter. I love it like Fully True understand. Second, Officer Mejio here appears as well to be the man of fine culture, as he put it perfectly, and that is awesome. Thank you, Officer Mejio. At this point, the Poulsbo police are A+ and they're freedom-loving, very professional, and great guys to encounter. Let's see how this finishes out. In light of this fantastic response, I feel a point of order is necessary, though. To the Cretan police departments, chief among them, the Seattle and Tacoma police departments, you all need to slow your commie roll and get some freedom and professional standards training from the Poulsbo Police Department. However, I focus this specifically upon the Tacoma Police Department. The Tacoma PD is simply one of the most profligate, impenitent, licentious police departments in the entire United States of America. The Tacoma PD is one of the most investigated and reported upon police departments for significant abuses. That demented and vile department should be disbanded. However, since it is well known that Governor Ferguson loves corruption, it's obvious that he'll keep corrupt gang members like the Tacoma PD to serve his whims with zero accountability. To the Poulsbo police, please consider finding a way to export your training and standards to those departments, specifically Tacoma, in the hopes that one day they can choose to uphold their oath to the United States Constitution as you all did when you encountered me working on my story. Oh my gosh, you guys are great. I love this. Can you kind of spread more of this to like across the sound and
I will say
infect them with your liberty-loving kindness?
A lot of the cops in this, and especially, we can speak to the ones in this area, they're all awesome people, man.
That's great.
Yeah, a lot of the cops that we've had the privilege to work in Kitsap, they're all great cops.
I've worked on a couple of stories in this area. I worked on a post office story. I also worked on one of the ports stories and a couple other. And it was great because I actually didn't get molested by any law enforcement.
Well, I hope you don't think we're molested.
Yeah, hopefully not.
No. They basically, if they even were nearby, in fact, the only encounter I had with one was actually a sheriff's deputy, and it was a couple years ago when I was working on a story at the post office in Silverdale. And he showed up, and he was very matter of fact. He's just like, Liberty, signed, Madison, I'm out. And
Okay.
I left, and that
It's
was
like,
it.
all right.
It was great, because what is wonderful is, I don't want to scare people with my ugliness, which is one of the reasons I wear the mask. So I'm not the attractive anchor you see on TV. So I go out, I collect all this stuff. If there's a story, there's a story. If not, it is what it is. And, I put it out there, and hopefully people pick up the news and, go with it. But yeah, I mean, one of the issues here seems to be true, unfortunately, with the staff. So,
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. Well, it is what it is. But
right.
I'm surprised you guys showed up. You guys are all busy over there having fun.
We're all over the place today, man.
Well,
How
yeah, I
many-
mean, you have to cover the rest of the city. I mean, there's still 13,000+ people.
Fair enough.
That
We're
aren't
just the
downtown.
ones that they're like, you guys cover the road. Like, all right, we'll answer calls for
Now, on
service
this
today.
weekend, because it's Viking Fest weekend, do you guys actually get any allowance to just have maybe a couple of beers while on duty?
No.
Like 2, 3 tops?
No, it's there.
None?
No, it's
Not
there.
even...
Although, you know what I understand? A gal that I work with, her brother was Royal Canadian Mounted Police. And apparently he was allowed on his lunch break to have 1 beer.
Seriously?
It's insane.
And this was like modern day and everything. And I'm like, well, that's really interesting.
You know why that happened?
Nothing like that here.
That's because they don't have a 7th Amendment for suing up there. In Canada. You get all that litigiousness down here. Guarantee you would have some lawyer hanging from the ceiling there, looking for something.
It's amazing. You can sue for anything. It's unfortunate.
It is kind of crazy.
And it, just like how much could be resolved just by talking to each other, you know?
You know,
crazy.
completely correct. I mean, look at you guys just making Poulsbo PD look like amazing. So I appreciate
we
doing
try
that.
our best. We like to think ourselves.
Well, in fact, this is my last story for the day because I was doing some stuff south of here, and then actually I'm going to go cover the Viking Fest because there's a lot of people
Well, have
from
fun.
that
Hopefully,
area.
I'm like, really excited to get some funnel cakes. So it's
Right.
like where I'm like itchy to go right now.
Heck yeah! All right, well,
I
hey,
start
been
to
to
take care.
Viking
Right?
Fest before?
You have a good one, man.
nice to meet you.
Have you been to Viking Fest before?
I have.
Okay.
I'm from the region,
Okay.
but a lot of people that check out my media like it when I include like some aspects to the Pacific Northwest. So when I'm working on stories, I'll try to include maybe like a nice park or a nice town like Poulsbo.
Yeah.
Try to incorporate that into the story so it's not all just misery.
Where can I find this stuff so I could tell my mom that I was on camera somewhere?
Yeah, no, I'll happily share it with you. So my news channel is Inland Auditing Media.
Inland Auditing Media.
Inland
I can't.
Auditing Media.
If
If you look on
Inland
YouTube,
Auditing
it's
Media.
I.A.M free.
We're here and we are, servants of the people and everything to some degree, and so we need to make sure that we do have some allowances for that and everything. But it appears to be really nothing more than that.
Okay.
Yeah, we
Okay.
Working on a story.
protecting all the amendment rights.
Well, you know
Would have
what?
been nice to have to know
You
that
should
when I asked
you should have bet me because they did show up. I actually had bet that they weren't going to show up. See, if you would have thrown down $5, I would have lost. You would have walked away $5
I don't
richer.
think you know our guys,
Yeah.
the gals.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
It is
we're-
Viking Fest.
if they're concerned, we are absolutely going to come.
Fair enough.
Just to make sure
Anytime.
that they are okay. Yep.
Well, I'm gonna just finish up my business
Okay.
here.
Yeah,
I just got a records
we're gonna
request
get funnel
to do.
cakes. So
yeah.
Yeah,
We'll see you
I'll
down there,
be down
Ross.
there not too long.
Yeah,
Thank you so much for chatting with us
Yeah,
and
no
clearing
problem,
things
man.
up. I
Have a good
appreciate
night.
it. Good
All right,
night.
take care.
You take care, sir. Have a good one.
You are a public servant here, right?
I am a public servant.
Great. So I need to submit a public records request to you. For,
Actually, that would be through the city's website.
Gotcha.
The
I'm
clerk's
going to
department.
politely disagree. Fortunately, I have a pretty dang good memory.
I'm sorry, you have a what?
I have a pretty dang good memory, and I just love reading law. It's one of my most favorite things. So, actually, the administrative codes of Washington State allow in 4414-03006 that I can submit a public records request in person, orally, and 425680 subsection 2 says I can submit it to any office, bureau, division, department, etc. So I'm going to submit it here verbally. I would politely ask you to write it down for me, and I will submit that to the city through you.
I'll be right back.
All right.
Something to write with.
Thank you. Awesome. All right. Well, let me know when you ladies are ready. So I'll start with my email address. That way you guys can contact me.
I am heading out.
Okay.
My email address is ANONYMOUS Citizen, CITIZEN WA at protonmail, PROTONMAIL.com.
Okay.
And then the records I'm looking for are, let me see how I want to phrase this. I'm going to colloquially say any heated disagreements, any records regarding any heated disagreements that occurred between parents and staff at this location in the last 3 months.
Okay. Any record of heated disagreements between parents and staff
Yep, the last 3 months.
at this location, correct?
Correct. At this location, just this location.
At this location in the past 3 months.
Yep, starting from today back. Now, I want to cast a broad net here, so I understand I'm using a pretty broad, vague term when I say heated discussions. So that could include anything where maybe there's some yelling, an actual fight, like a real fight, or anything along those lines. And I would specifically like those records to relate to any disagreements about how staff are conducting themselves in and around children that were utilizing this facility.
Okay, so any yelling or fighting, any disagreements?
Yeah.
Say that one more time, please.
Yeah, sure. Any yelling, fighting, any sort of a heated discussion. That's why I was kind of just using that vague term between staff and parents.
Staff and parents. Okay.
Yeah, as it relates to the conduct of staff in and around their children while their children were using this facility.
As it relates to the conduct
Yep.
of staff towards children, you said?
In and around children.
In and around children.
Yeah.
While in this building.
Correct. Yeah. Yep. And then I'd also like to get, please, the names, dates of hire, wage / salary, whichever one it is, wage or salary, positions, titles, and longevity in each.
Well, if you have the data higher, you'll have the longevity.
Well, not necessarily in positions and titles. So, like, I'll have the entire range of their employment here, but they may have, like, if someone, like, promotes up, they may have 2 years in this, 3 years
Got
in
it.
that kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Names, dates of hire, wage or salary, positions, titles, and longevity of?
Of both. So, positions and titles. And then I'd like to get the official employee photo of each employee. So this is for all employees for this facility. And just their year of birth, because as news media, I am allowed to get the year of birth.
Okay, official employee photos and year of birth, and that is just in the recreation facility?
Yeah, just for the recreation facility staff. Yeah. Yeah, that is it.
Okay, I
And
will pass this along.
I did want to let you know the
department.
fine gentleman from the Poulsbo City Police Department did disarm the flamethrower and the missile striking system off my camera. It is no longer a threat to anyone in Poulsbo, so we are all safe. Good to go.
Okay.
All right.
Because we do work around children a lot, because we have a lot of the public coming in. When
Sure.
we have somebody coming in with a camera and a mask on, we have to be careful. So I do hope you'll understand that.
Yeah, and this is, I mean,
Especially
I can...
if you'd given me a decent explanation, it would have been one thing.
Well,
but-
I'll tell you now why I didn't. So as an investigative journalist, what I have to work on is if I'm getting information that involves stimuli. So somebody says to me as a source, hey, I went to the place and the thing happened, and this is the kind of stimuli that was going on at the time. I have to test that to see if that's actually the case. So some parents came in, is what is alleged. Well, I have multiple sources, but some parents came in and said they came in to check out the place and they were treated like, hey, what are you doing here? You got to check in, you got to do all this sort of stuff. That's what they're saying. Now, I don't know if it's true or not, but I will say, obviously a little different. I doubt they came in with a camera and a gator, but nonetheless, well, gator, mask.
Yes, okay, sorry. Didn't know that's okay.
But the thing there is, when I got that and then I came in, all of a sudden I was confronted. It was leaning towards that, so that's just my job as an investigative journalist. I got to come in and see if there's any merit to allegations, and that's what I do. And if there's something there, there's something there. If there's not, there's not.
Part of the reason I confronted you is because the light was off, so it was obvious there was nothing going on up there, so that made it curious.
Yeah, well, I just also wanted to check out the facility. I mean, I have no idea what it's like. Sometimes I get B-roll footage, depending on how the story develops. I mean, yeah, more than likely not going to use the B-roll footage from back there, but, is what it is. So.
Well, and keeping in mind, because we are public servants, we would have been happy to help you if you had just requested that.
Well,
we would have given you a tour.
Yeah, sure, I get that. And, if the story had been different, probably would have done that. And if the leads that I had received had basically instructed me to ask for a tour, and then all of a sudden they say, oh, they're terrible when you ask for a tour. Not saying that's the case, but if they had done that, well, then I would have started out asking for a tour and seeing what happened, and
We generally do ask if we see somebody wandering around. We do ask if we can help them, so, which is the first thing I said.
Well, I mean, I don't blame you. I mean, good
Yeah.
customer service, right? You want to ask if somebody needs something.
Yeah,
so.
and if they have questions and stuff.
All right.
But you got curiouser and curiouser there with your lack of answers, so
Yeah, well.
I had to adjust my thoughts.
Yeah, I just parachuted in from North Korea, so I've only been on this land for about 10 minutes now. Hopefully ice won't come and get me. Anyways, I'm going to head on down to actually do a story on Viking Fest weekend now.
Very
so
good.
You ladies have
Enjoy.
a fantastic Viking Fest weekend.
All right.
Take care.
You too.
Thanks. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys at the next location, which is going to be covering a bit of Viking Fest. All right, let's get down there and check it out. Bye for now. Poulsbo's a really cool town, guys. If you ever come to Washington State, you got to check it out. It's a Nordic-styled town. It was a long time ago here at the north of this inlet. It had a whole bunch of settlers come in that were of Nordic persuasion. And if you go around town, not saying everywhere, but if you go around town, there's a lot of Nordic-styled homes, and there's a lot of culture here. People that came from like Norway, Finland, Sweden, Denmark, those kinds of things. And this is Viking Fest weekend here in Poulsbo. It's pretty cool. You can see the Norway flags down there, and so just a lot of cool stuff going on. They got a lot of great stores, shops, food, all sorts of stuff. So I'm going to go around, since I just got done working in the area. I kind of planned this out to get done with my normal work day, working some government transparency stories, and was already up in the area, and I thought, time to go check out some Viking Fest weekend, see what you guys think about it. I think you guys are going to like it a lot, so let's go check it out. All right, so here is the main drag in Poulsbo. Got a lot of great restaurants, like the Green Light over there. This ice cream shop, I.A.M. Cool. And a whole bunch of really the great stores. Now, there's one down here. It's a bakery, Sluis Bakery, and it is amazing. It has got some of the best baked goods in the entire region, and there's usually a long line there. So you see lots of boutique shops here, art galleries. They've got a fantastic cigar pipe store just down at the corner here, and also in that same building is a really great chocolate shop. They got, it's BAM's chocolate, if any of you are familiar with it. Got wine tasting here, all sorts of great stuff. A little slow right now, but that's just because everybody's getting off work. It's going to pick up here in a bit. Beautiful bay. So yeah, this is a great event to come to in for this weekend. Lots of great stuff, lots of great merchandise to buy. You want me to cover your store at all? I think a lot of my subscribers would really like this kind of stuff.
Yeah,
so.
awesome. Who are your subscribers?
I'm actually a journalist. My company's called Auditing Media.
Okay.
So I do a lot of, I mostly work on open government transparency stories, but I was already working up in the area for the day, and I knew it was Viking Fest. So I thought I got to stop by and cover it.
Yeah.
Right?
No worries. You want like a 30-second spiel or like or a 2-minute spiel?
Let's do the 30-second.
You got it. So if you're not familiar with Cutco, we've been in business since the 1940s. Everything is American made and guaranteed forever. It's all designed to be a buy it once, have it forever product. So that is our Cutco kitchen. We're most known for the knives, but we also have good quality cookware, flatware, gadgets, accessories, hunting knives. We do business gifts, and we're here making cutting great deals for people at Viking Fest. And
cutting good deals. I like
good
that.
Deals. And part of the guarantee is sharpening, and I'm local, so I do local sharpening for my customers, so they don't have to send it back to the factory. And yeah, so
nice.
Having fun.
Cool.
Having our little showroom here, and a lot of people don't know about Cutco, and other people have had it 40 years. I always say you stand here long enough, somebody will come by and tell you that they've had it a couple of decades. They love it. Probably what their favorite piece is. So
Well, there
it's
you go.
It's a lot of fun.
There you go. We got it right here. Well, thanks for your time, man.
Yeah, man.
All right. You have a good weekend.
Yeah, you too.
Really, that's how you get Viking chips at Poulsbo on Viking Fest weekend. Look at that. Definitely got to see if the owner wants to talk about his wares here. Check that out. Let's go check out his wares in here, see what he's got. One of the proprietors? Yeah. Awesome. Would you like me to cover your shop on my channel?
You can definitely do that.
Okay.
That would be great.
I mean, I'm a journalist that works on like specific stories, but I was up in the area and I knew this was happening this weekend, so I
Okay.
thought I don't normally cover these kinds of things as a journalist, but I was like, I know people out of area around the country that see this would like to see this. So, do you want to plug your company at all?
He's actually better at spokespersoning for the company than I am. Striker.
Yes.
I'm gonna steal you for a minute.
Well, you're
I could ask you to maybe take one of those hand axes, just show the blade.
Yeah.
I think they'd love to see that. There you go. Look at that. Beautiful. What's the half made of?
So they are out of hickory handles.
Wow.
They're weighted for throwing. If you were going to use it for throwing, you take the set screw out. And if you're going to use them for like kindling or camping use, just tighten that down so you don't smack your hand.
Nice. Very cool.
How's it going? I'm Striker.
Hey, Steve.
Nice to meet you, Steve.
Yeah, I don't usually cover these kinds of stories. I'm a journalist in the area, but I knew I was going to be working up here, and then I knew Viking Fest weekend was this weekend. So
Yeah.
I think a lot of my subscribers would be interested in this. So I just wanted to stop by and see if you wanted to plug your company.
And if it does work, come to Woodby Island Ren Fair, which is like an hour that way out to the Woodby Islands.
Okay.
Absolutely fantastic. 170 vendors also as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool.
But come on down to Poulsbo Viking Fest. Absolutely fantastic show. We have everything from carving going on, axe throwing, heavy lifting competitions to forging and having fun.
That's awesome. Would you mind? I don't know if it's gonna be okay if I
Come on in.
went in and
Come
kind of
on.
caught you up close,
Yeah,
working on some of this stuff.
Definitely. Let me fire the forge back up, and we'll get a hot piece of steel. We'll get some sparks for you.
Explain to people how this all works.
Okay, so we have a propane tank right here. So this propane tank feeds in right here,
Okay.
and then comes over to this. There's a little tiny hole in the end of this, and this shoots the fuel down this tube, and then the air gets sucked in by these little holes. You can hear, it'll actually stop the blade for a second, when you stop that air. This is called a Venturi forge. They'll reach about 2200 to 2500 degrees if you tune them correctly, and go through about 3 gallons of fuel per 5 hours.
Wow. 2,500 degrees.
2500, yes
It's a
sir.
little warm. Can you
It
cook
is.
eggs on that?
Yo, yeah, yes, no eggs, any kind of eggs at that point. Dragon eggs, you throw them in there, they'll hatch. It'll also, so it's kind of funny you say eggs. So we make canister Damascus, which we all call eggs.
Really?
We fill it full of all sorts of different kinds of metals, and we weld the ends of it up, and then we put it through a press, and then we form it out. Well, what happens is all those little different things turn different colors when you dip them in acid. So this makes canister Damascus.
Wow.
As it's called here in the States. It's a very.
Do you have an example of it here?
Not here with me, no. We've sold out on our last 2 shows. It's something we only have for 1 show at a time.
Sure. It probably sells out quick. How much does it go for?
Anywhere between like your standard small knife will be like 150, all the way up to, we do like 65-inch swords, those go for about 13,000.
Wow.
So we produce about anywhere from 50 to 100 swords per year. I actually won a competition called Forged in Fire on the History Channel.
Yeah, okay, that was you.
That was me.
Wow, very cool.
So I started the business 4 years ago. Now we have 4 employees. We've been definitely plugging right along. I've been able to quit my full-time job as a machinist and just focus on this.
Why am I not shocked that you were a machinist and now you're doing this?
Yeah. So you're a journalist. May I ask who for?
Yeah, Inland Auditing Media. So it goes by, my channel goes by I.A.M free. So I work on government transparency stories. I focus like on Public Records Act and stuff like that. Kind of thing. I try to expose corruption in the Washington state government, and there seems to be no shortage of it. So
never is.
I think I'll be employed for forever. Checking my employment watch.
Yeah. No, you will be out here. There's no doubt.
Like I said, you've seen my channel.
I have, yes, I've seen your
record
channel.
Stuff.
Yeah,
It's my big thing.
And one of the things is there's always going to be corruption. It's just trying to limit the amount of it that's going on.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
And we got to use our citizen liberties as press to go out and cover it.
That's why they made the
First Amendment.
The First Amendment. Yep. I agree 100%. All right, let's get some steel action on fire. So we're going to start off with this right here. This is a piece of leaf spring off of a truck. It's actually off of an F-150. You see, I actually have cut that. Very cool. So we're going to get this in the forge.
Now guys, I'm not going to get too close because that is really hot and I don't want to melt my camera.
Yeah, it'll take a lens out.
Isn't this cool, guys? Completely different from my normal work. It's nice to get a break. Oh yeah, look at that. Man.
There's kids around. That is great. Sorry. Sorry. I had to when he said that. That is great. Hello.
This is a great vendor right here. Very cool. Really happy I could be in here checking this out.
Give me 1 second. Come on, you little bugger. There you go. Come on.
Look at this. Large crowd of people here. A lot of kids getting nails turned into swords. That is super cool. Either into a scimitar or a long sword.
On the swords? No.
Yeah, for kids.
Oh no. The younger the better.
Well, no, he's old.
Oh.
He's 12.
Oh
See
no.
quite a few
that's
people.
fine.
Look at that crowd right there. That's a lot of people.
I'm 45 and
Sitting
I'm
around.
still
You
a kid.
can definitely see why this place is so popular here.
Enjoy. Okay. We make about 35 pounds of these per event.
Wow, that's a lot of nails. That is a lot of nails. How many would you guess that is?
Well, every 5 pounds is 250 nails.
Yeah.
So, mapping in my head and hammering, I don't do so.
Oh, it's all right.
Never ends. Yep. So I'm making those knives right there. Except for I'm going to make a sheep's foot out of this one.
What's a sheep's foot?
So a sheep's foot is where this will curve down instead of like a tonto or a sax, where it would just go straight.
Okay.
This will roll over. Why they call it that, I don't know. Maybe because it looks like a sheep's foot from the top. Not sure.
Okay, fair enough.
just so I don't miss you, what kind of sword? Actually, wait, no, never mind. I got that.
I think he likes +5 shock and burst.
I can do that. you think I'm kidding?
I don't doubt it at all. I really appreciate this.
No, not a problem. Anytime. Hope you can make it out to the boards one of these days.
I will. I think my family would like that a lot, actually.
Yeah, bring kids. Yo, definitely.
Yep.
A Chris sword, which is a lot of times used in ceremonials. Now watch, we'll even get the quench.
Nice. Very cool.
And it comes out a sword.
That's awesome. Nice.
Go ahead. It's perfect.
That's super cool. Look at that.
Yeah, we got.
Okay, next set of swords.
So what's the next? So what are the stages for everything that's happening here?
So right now we're in the breakdown stage. I'm basically pushing the steel around to its appropriate places that I'm going to be using it later on. Right now everything's super thick, and I want it that way because it's going to be sitting in the forge a long time. Thin pieces of steel, you can leach the carbon out of it if you have them in too long and they start getting sparkly. So that's actually my cell phone number.
Okay, cool.
Go ahead and you can text that if you need to.
Cool.
That's to also our YouTube channel as well. Hit that like and subscribe.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
There's Striker Gooch.
All right, hit that like and subscribe on that.
Yeah, look at that, guys. Go check that out. Well, hey, look, it's been an absolute honor.
Hey,
being with you.
definitely.
Thanks for your time. Thanks for showing us around your forge and letting people taking a real close-up personal look at what it takes to start making something. That's really amazing. So, and I'll reach out and
Definitely.
We'll hook up sometime.
Look at the family coming over.
All right,
Yeah.
thanks.
Hey,
Take
good to
care.
meet you, man.
All right, guys, there you go. Thanks again.
Thank you.
So go check out Striker Forge. Who's the winner of Forge in the Fire, Season 8, Episode 6. It's amazing. Great wares here. And we're going to go finish up our tour of the Viking Fest 2025. Lots of good food and whatnot, as you can see here.
We're a handmade leather goods company here in Poulsbo, Washington. We hand stitch all of our wallets. All the wallet leather comes from Wickett and Craig out in Pennsylvania.
Oh.
And then we get most of the belt leathers from Herman Oak out in Missouri. Great company to make a lot of really nice leather. We strap it out, cut it to size right here, and out of the scrap we make cool keychains and coasters which we customize. And then you can order anything you want online at DemingLeather.com.
Nice. Oh, you want to say that again?
DemingLeather.com.
Nice. Okay. Cool.
We were just chatting because you look kind of like the auditor types.
That is actually I'm Inland Auditing Media.
Yeah. Okay.
So I am free. Yeah.
Yeah. I love those videos. But we were chatting about like your profession. And
Oh yeah. In fact, I just got done working a Parks and Rec story because some parents in the area had reached out to me about some alleged issues at the Parks and Rec place up the hill, and so I went in there to check it out, and it was kind of true. I don't know if it's still on the fence. I'm going to leave it up to the subscribers to determine if that was really the case or not. But they called the police, and but they were cool.
channel name. Oh, nice.
It's Inland, just INLAND, Auditing Media.
Okay. Okay.
It's
Sweet.
just I am free.
Yeah.
So.
I watch. I don't know. Somebody on Facebook, like Jason something, but he does auditing. It's always kind of funny to catch like the cops and them not knowing the rights of.
Yeah, I've had a lot of police encounters, but I actually specialize as a journalist in the Public Records Act, the Open Meetings Act, and that kind of stuff. So I really go in and I'll get leads from people where they're talking about especially parents trying to get curriculum at school districts.
Sure.
That's a real hot thing in Washington State right now.
Right.
So when I get leads from parents or really anyone that says, hey, they're trying to stymie me, prevent me from getting access to records, I'll go in there. It's kind of my jam. It's kind of my background and all that. So I do a lot of focus on real tight legal stuff. Get in there and try to expose bad government and promote good government. So when you get good cops like your guys is here in Poulsbo. So that was good. They zoomed in on my Skagit arms and he asked me if I was pro-Second Amendment. I was like, you're never going to find a more pro-Second Amendment guy than me. I got 27 guns on me right now. And he's like, what? And I was like, I'm kidding. But yeah, no, it's an interesting form of journalism. I think it really exposes a lot of bad things in our state. I appreciate you plugging your store. Do you have a business card?
Yep.
Yeah,
Here.
right in front of me.
There you go.
Good thing I'm a very good investigative journalist after that. Now everybody's going to unsubscribe. There you guys go. Deming Leather Company. Blake Deming's the owner. Very cool. Well, it's really, really great meeting you guys.
Yeah,
Appreciate
likewise.
it. Thanks.
Cool chatting with
nice
you.
to meet you. Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Take care.
See you.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Take care. That is it for me here today in Poulsbo. Thanks for tuning in. If you like my journalism, but hey, this is a first for this kind of a story for me. Obviously, as you guys know, I work on government transparency stories, but it was great to stop by the city and do a little bit of different kind of journalism today. Check out a fine town here and show you guys a little bit more of the Pacific Northwest. If you're not from here, if you've never been from here, come check it out. If you like my journalism, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that all notifications bell so you can get my stories right when they're released. You can follow me on X at I.A.M. Auditing, on Facebook at Inland Auditing Media. And if you want to help keep my feet on the street, you guys know what to do. You can go to the links in the description for Cash App and Venmo. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys at the next location. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.